Hello, check mic testing. Hello.
ते नातेवाईकांना असं बाहेर शायनिंग मारायची काय गरज नाही. नाट टाकणार तर नजरेमध्ये येते ना. नजर लागली तर मी कसं आटकेल. मी अशी बाहेर ठेवली
इधर क्या हो गया इधर वहां से लेकिन यहाँ से नहीं हो गया ये स्पेस नहीं है स्पेस नहीं है ये दूसरा कैमरा मैंने नया लगाना है आपके लिए तो Are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. I'll just start the session, sir.
Sharing,
Sir, just 2 minutes. I'll just hand over the session to you after the brief introduction. Good morning and a warm welcome to.
त्याला छोटं काल बघितलं होतं बाहेर काढलं होतं छोटं फावडं ते त्याच्याकडनंच पोलीस कमिशनर ऑफिस
Good morning and a warm welcome to the 228th virtual webinar of Sadgun Sam. Our topic for today is vaccine cold chain distribution management and challenges, and it shall be taken up by Dr. Sumant Karnik.
Recording in progress.
Our agenda for today, it shall start by virtual inauguration by Dr. Sundar Kataria, invoking the blessings of deity, chanting of Gayatri Mantra, introduction of speaker, presentation by Dr. Sumant Karnik, question and answer session, and closing session.
I'm audible, madam?
Sir, please hold for some time. I'll just do the introduction and then I'll hand over the session to you. Sadgun Sam, conceived and led by Dr. Sundar Kataria, driven by a mission to elevate quality, safety, and environmental awareness levels of industry. Sadgun Sam is a series of educative, informative events aiming to illuminate professionals on possible solutions to current issues of industry and economy. A brief introduction of Dr. Sundar Kataria. He is the chairman and managing director at International Certification Services. He is a mechanical engineer and has a doctorate in business management. He has started his career in building India's first nuclear power plant at Rawat Bhata, Kota, Rajasthan. He contributed in developing India's first oil and gas field at Bombay High since its inception. He was head of the industry and offshore development with DNV for 2 decades. He is the founder of first Indian conformity assessment and inspection body known as International Certification Services Private Limited, which is a provider of a total quality solution under single umbrella with wide spectrum of services. He has received Lifetime Achievement Award from NACE Corcon and also received several national and international awards. I now request Dr. Sundar Kataria to virtually inaugurate this session.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Join us for the recitation of Gayatri Mantra.
Oh
Brief introduction of our speaker, Dr. Sumant Kadi. He is former head QA, Hafkin Biopharmaceutical Corporation. He's done his PhD in biochemistry, MSc Biochem, BSc Chemistry, Master in Human Resource Development Management. He has 40 years plus years of experience at various capacities in labs, hospitals, biopharmaceutical research, etc. He is member of Expert Committee of Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission for Vaccines, Government of India, Expert Committee of Blood Products of National Institute of Biologicals, Government of India, Expert Committee of Plasma Factorization, Project SBTC, Government of Maharashtra, Ethical Committee of Afghan Institute and Research Training, HITRC, Government of Maharashtra. Please welcome Dr. Suman Kani. Over to you, sir. Sir?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, because now, okay. Let me share the screen. Good morning. I think I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible. Can you please full screen the slides, sir?
This is a full screen only, I think.
No, sir, it's in a it's not in a presentation mode, sir.
So how to?
So you can go into the slideshow, and there you have the option to start the slide.
Yeah, there is option. Okay. It's 100%. This much is the which slides now I am able to this much only.
So below the screen on the right hand side, you have the presentation mode. जो 274% च्या बाजूला जे आहे ना तिकडे एकदा क्लिक करा ना सर 4 डॉट्सच्या बाजूला राईट हँड साइडला
274% आहे तिथे हा जो
त्याच्या बाजूला क्लिक करा ना एकदा सर
त्याच्यावर केलं ना की एवढंच येतं एवढंच होतं स्क्रीन
सर वरती स्लाइड शो आहे बघा होम इन्सर्ट डिझाईन ॲनिमेशन आणि स्लाइड शो
कशामध्ये येते
वरती होम जिकडे लिहिलंय ना वरती टूल बार जो आहे ना आपला तिकडे स्लाइड शो म्हणून आहे बघा ॲनिमेशनच्या बाजूला
ओके हा ॲनिमेशनच्या बाजूला स्लाइड शो आहे
स्लाइड शो हा तिकडे फ्रॉम बिगिनिंग आहे बघा फर्स्ट वन
फ्रॉम बिगिनिंग ओके
त्याच्यावरती क्लिक करा सर
ओके एवढंच होतंय मॅडम
हा ठीक आहे चालेल सर असं चालेल सर नाही हरकत नाही सर चालेल सर हरकत
So I thank you, Dr. Sundar Kataria, from whom I am associated from ICS audits. I had done ISO certification from ICS and I did a lot of ISO audits from and CE marking also. So I'm happy to connect again and I'd be happy to share my topic to the audience. I'll try to make it more and more something useful and interesting. So the basic, my idea is to talk about the cold chain management and last mile vaccine distribution challenges with respect to Indian perspective. One moment, I'm just trying to keep the okay. So I think I'm quite audible, and so, Madam, I'll go ahead.
Yes, sir, but you have stopped sharing the screen, sir.
Now I think now it's, you can
Yes.
see it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So good morning, everybody. I am thankful to ICS for giving me this opportunity to present this topic, which is a very important and which we are all using the vaccines, and fourth, it becomes a very important topic as far as the vaccines are concerned, which we are going to the normal people, normal children's. They are not actually having any disease. So this becomes a very important to maintaining the potency, safety, efficacy of the vaccine. So what is the purpose of immunization supply chain? See, basically, we are trying to talk about the cold chain importance. And when you talk about the cold chain importance for the vaccine, our interest is that the person is to be vaccinated, immunized, and protected. And to ensure this, the delivery of vaccine is a very, very important factor. Though the manufacturer has made a vaccine, which COA has been done, QA has checked, QC has passed the vaccine, meeting all the requirements at the site of the manufacturing. But when it goes to the child or to the immunization person, the person to be immunized, what we required is it should go into the right quantity. It should meet the requirement of the population, the people whom we are targeting. It should reach in time, the going in the right time, at right temperature, at right quality, in the right place, in the right beneficiary. So every thing has very importance. Now, when we talk about the right temperature, in the next slide, you will see the different vaccines requires a different temperatures to maintain its potency, efficacy, safety. In the right quality, it means it has to meet all the pharmacopoeial requirements. It has to meet the pharmacopoeial release requirements, and then only we can yes, Mansi is required something on that. Okay. Hello. So the importance is the right place and right beneficiary. When we look into the right beneficiary, the right beneficiary, depending on the type of vaccination, is to be given to whom and in the right place. So please remember the purpose of immunization supply chain with respect to the cold chain to ensure the delivery of vaccine, as I mentioned, for the vaccinate, so that we have to ensure the vaccinated, immunized, and protected. See, the beauty of our country is the polio vaccine succession. Means we are really able to eradicate polio to the when we have such a geographical challenges. It has to reach to various places. The government leadership and strong policy support has made it possible. As I worked in the Hopkins Biopharma, we were manufacturing various vaccines, anti-sera, and pharmaceuticals. Our polio vaccine, as I know, this is one of the very important vaccination program, and the complete eradication has been done till the every corner of the Indian territory, and it's not that easy task. So the India succeeds in polio, and the main challenge of COVID vaccination in spite of geographical and other challenges. So I always believe the polio vaccination made this possible because of our government is able to deliver the vaccine to each and every child for polio. at every corner of the country. And this helped us to COVID vaccination do its job. So here government leadership played a very, very important and crucial role. As you know, polio eradication program called as the Pulse Polio Initiative. The Indian government, here the UNICEF and WHO played a very, very important role. I can give my example of our government of Maharashtra, where we were manufacturing oral polio vaccine. In that time, all the concept of GMP initiative, GMP has been changed. What GMP, what is a CGMP, what is a good manufacturing practices. This has changed the whole scenario in the country. Even the regulatory aspects have changed. There is a not only the evaluation of our manufacturer, the government allowed and the WHO did all the our regulatory systems also has been put on the task. They have been, everybody has been trained. Even I got an opportunity to go to WHO Geneva training to USA Massachusetts University to understand what is the really GMP is to be talked about. What are the validations? What is the calibration? What is the good manufacturing practices to ensure the quality of vaccine? So the polio is the change is the game changer which help us to curb the COVID problem with the vaccination. So as I mentioned here, the Indian government with the support of UNICEF and WHO and other global health bodies launched this polio initiative in 1995, aiming to immunize every child under the age of 5. So this is the most important thing, that every child in the country has been immunized. The government created a national and local level infrastructure for the program, ensuring coordination and accountability. So it was initiated from the manufacturer, because all the manufacturer, even the storage and the government bodies who are actually immunizing. So everybody has been given a very, very good training, and there are the program of vaccination training programs are going on, which I talked to one of the WHO, Dr. Pardeshi, Vivek Pardeshi. He showed me there are so many programs going on which are helping the people in the field, people who are doing the vaccination. The strong leadership at the central and state level involved the local health departments, fostered this vaccination drive. Now, as I mentioned, what are the challenges? Geographical. We all know what is the geographical challenges we have. Infrastructure. We need a proper infrastructure for the transportation and storage of vaccine. Then socio-economic diversity, because of various people have various customs, various beliefs. So all those need to be addressed, convinced, and see that everybody takes the vaccine. See how difficult to reach the vaccine. You can see this interesting picture, how this vaccine has been transported from the manufacturer to the child or to the person who is to be immunized. So the Pulse Polio campaign, introduced by the government in 1995, is one of the most successful vaccination program in the world. Not only India, it is in the world, it was admired. And the administration of oral polio faced some of the same challenges that COVID-19 vaccination admission is going to face. It has been already faced, although at a more limited level. OPO requires storage in cold temperatures and required multiple doses. So see how difficult to take the vaccine. It's the transportation. At the same time, you can see the box, which is having a cold chain, dry ice, which to be kept to maintain the temperature.
Karnik sir, sorry
Yes.
to interrupt you, but we are stuck on the first slide of your presentation. The slides
Why?
are not moving.
Now,
No, sir. I think, sir, can you just reshare your screen? Stop and reshare your screen, sir, because your screen is stuck on the first slide.
is it okay?
I think you need to stop sharing and reshare the screen.
Is it moving now?
No, sir. Sir, I have stopped sharing. Can you please share it again?
Is it moving?
No, sir, it's on the first slide only.
Why? What could be the reason? Ek minute, let me check. Open participant can share at a time, multiple participants can share. So should I go to the multiple?
So that will not change anything, sir. The slide has to be changed from your side, sir.
क्या करना चाहिए? I don't know. It moves on my screen. You are sharing. Somebody even tried to control my. Or can you see from your?
Just a moment, sir. I'll just take the control and let me check.
Somebody remote control has.
Sir, I have requested the remote control. Can you just give me? I'll just check it from here.
Yeah, I gave you.
Not working. No problem. You can just continue, sir. The slides are not working. I don't know what's the problem. I'm able to figure out.
Yeah, so can you, if you can share it from your computer, is it possible if I send you the?
Yeah, you can send it to me on my WhatsApp, sir.
नहीं email पे भेजो क्या?
हाँ सर, email पे भेज दीजिए सर.
व्हाट्सएप पे वो कॉपी हो सकता है कि नहीं मेरे को पता नहीं. एक मिनट. सो आई गो आउट. Open my email, right? Can you just wait? I can. Wait. Hello. Madam,
Yes
can you
sir.
wait?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
I'll mail you just a moment. Uh, Which email I should send it to you? Hello.
So you can send it to Sushma's email, the email from where she had sent you.
That will do, no?
Yeah, Sushma.Kindalkar.
Sushma Tindalkar. Sushma.Tindalkar, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So मला इथे काही सांगू दे उपयोगी नाही. मला वेळ तुला काय पाहिजे मी काय करणार
So you are muted.
Hello, I have
Yes, sir.
sent an email.
Okay, sir.
Please check whether it
Yes,
is-
sir. I'll retry. You can meanwhile start start your session, sir. You can start your session. I'll just retrieve the email and I'll present it. So just a moment, just give me 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you can start.
But then I need the slides, no? So I'm sorry for the inconvenience and something which you cannot see on the slides. But now they are going to share the slides through their remote. But as I mentioned about my third slide about the government initiative and how the things has been,
We can see your slides now moving, sir.
you can see.
Yes, yes.
So now you can see,
Yes.
madam.
Yes, 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 sir.
Great. So this was my first slide. I think it was not seen at the time. No.
No, sir.
So just to recap, basically purpose of immunization supply chain is to ensure the delivery of vaccine with respect to the right quantity, in the right quality, in the right time, in the right temperature, in the right place, in the right beneficiary. Why? To vaccinate, to immunize and protect. And to ensure the vaccination, immunization and protection, all these factors of right quantity, right time, right temperature, in the right quality, in the right place, which I explained. For example, I explained the right temperature for each vaccine is different. So I have to have a provision in the center, sub-center, or the place where the vaccine has to be stored or transported. The vehicle should have that capacity, have the temperature carrier, a validated truck having this storage of temperature with the having the freezer, freeze, whatever it is. Next. So this next slide, can you see, madam? Hello. Are you able to see the slide?
Yes, sir. But this slide is of the people on the boat.
Pardon?
So this slide which we are able to see, it says the Pulse Polio campaign introduced by Indian government in 1995. That is the fourth slide. Currently, we are able to see the fourth slide.
How India succeeds in polio, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we are going now in the correct way, I think, which I have already explained the government initiative, and the main success is because of the polio vaccination, where each vaccine has been given to each and every corner of every child. So this is the success helped us to the COVID vaccination. Next slide. Madam, can you see this slide now? Hello?
No, sir. We are still on the fourth slide.
Now?
Fourth slide, sir.
एक minute, let me check whether this now अभी भी नहीं दिख रहा है.
नहीं, sir.
So why don't you then can you do from you have received my slides?
No, sir. I'm just checking it. Just give me 2 minutes.
So it's better if we can use your screen. I have forwarded 2 sides of the slides. Anything you can open. Anyway, so the another issue I was talking about this is the river. Actually, I don't know whether you are able to see this picture or not. This is the river, a small boat. They are putting the vaccine to the vaccine carrier boys or the girls or the who are, and they are taking the vaccine to the remote area where the vaccine can be given to the children. Next is as I told you about the success in polio and COVID vaccination, it is the testament to the power of government leadership, community engagement, technological innovation, and strong logistical systems. Because we have strong logistical systems, and India was able to implement large-scale vaccination campaigns through a combination of local knowledge, collaborations, and modern technologies. These lessons learned from the polio eradication program laid the foundation for India's rapid, widespread vaccine distribution during the COVID-19 pandemic. And that is how our country has been positioned as a global leader in the vaccination. At the same time, we all are aware that almost 60-70% of the vaccine is manufactured in India and given around the globe. So our country is making a very good vaccines, and they are going to the all corner of the world globally. So this is another feather in the cap of the Indian country. Now coming to the how India stood as a resilient nation, having a government with a strong willpower and focus on the Atmanirbhar Bharat. See, here the important thing is the long-term solution to the pandemic lay not in the pandemic, not in the curative measure, such as tracking, testing, and treating, but in a preventive step. See, in vaccination, here we are more interested in the prevention. It is not just the tracking, the testing, and treating the patient. How the drug has been tracked, how they are tested, how they are treated. Here, the vaccination, the aim is the prevention step, which is most important, because here we are trying to protect the whole community, and COVID has already taught us what could happen in those type of scenario. So enhancing immunity through vaccination and there combating the spread of virus is the critical step. And that is how the importance of cold chain is important. To the last mile vaccine distribution means to the reaching to the end point where the vaccine is to be given to the children or the required community. So how it has been achieved? So there is a 5-point strategic action framework to draw guidelines. So there was the guidelines drawn, a 5-point strategic framework. What is that? Number 1 is the advocacy. Second thing is a capacity building. Third is the media engagement and social media. And then the social mobilization, community engagement, and crisis communication using AFI. So advocacy is the key point. Now, advocacy, we try to see that every corner the vaccine has to be going. Capacity building, the training That means we are training each and every community, government agencies who have capacity building, from the health worker to the doctors, the manufacturer to the distributor, the capacity building. Media has played an important role. एक बूंद करके what Amitabh Bachchan used to tell us. So, great. So I think, madam, you will be able to show it on your screen, right? Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir. You want me this slide only, no? Or you want me to move ahead?
No, we see what we can do. How many slides you have seen actually?
We were here only, sir.
Achha, the first 2-3 slides you have seen, no?
Yes, sir.
So see, the idea was showing this slide that how difficult it was to take the vaccine from the manufacturer to the storage center of the government agencies to the user, to the giving to the child or to the remote. You can see the difficulty on this slide, very difficult to transport. So you can understand how the government played an important role and managed the vaccination. Next slide. As I mentioned, this is the testament of the power of government, which I mentioned, the leadership, community engagement, technological innovation, and strong logistical systems. Then see here I say the leadership is important to see the vaccine reach. Community is important because the community who is the receptor of the vaccine. So their acceptance is important. Now, technological innovation with respect to the manufacturing, transportation, cold chain, or maybe the various new invention is always helping to get the better and better quality of vaccine, the better mode of transportation, the strong logistical systems to transport the vaccine from one place to another place. And this is done in the large scale vaccination campaigns with the knowledge collaboration using modern technology. Now, what we learned the lesson, as I already mentioned, to the next slide. So here we are trying to talk about the preventive measure. The vaccination is the prevention steps. So here one cannot take any chance that it is like a trick. It is like a treating. We are not treating any patient. We are preventing the various communicable or various diseases by way of vaccination, by enhancing immunity through vaccination and thereby combating the spread of viruses. So viruses or any bacterial vaccines are also there. So not only virus, the bacterial diseases also. So there is a advocacy is one point, capacity building, that is a training. The media engagement is like a big book, जो अमिताभ बच्चन advertisement, social mobilization, community training, teaching, and crisis management, because there can a single AEFI, adverse event following immunization, a single event can make a very crisis. Like it can stop the vaccination, it can even create some problems in the community. So this is very important to handle this type of, and therefore taking the vaccines in the right place, right time, with right cold chain is important. Now, multiple questions will be asked by the people when this happened with respect to the COVID. So how it is available, how it is the schedule, strong, how the maintenance of the temperature, how the logistics will be planned, how much manpower requirement, what are the location identification, scheduling. So all these challenges has been taken care because of our very powerful infrastructure the government is having. Next slide. Now we look into the really how the Indian government is helping us. See, today it's not only the manufacturer, it is the government who is doing the vaccination job. to each and every person. So there is a Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Immunization Division, which collects the vaccine from the manufacturer. And there are GSMD, state vaccine store, regional vaccine store, district vaccine store, PHC, that is peripheral health, UHC, and that is the last cold chain point. So it is moving from 1, 2, 3 places like various systems it is moving, and almost there are 26,384 vaccine stores all over the country making the successful immunization. Next. Now, what are those challenges has been addressed by the government or by the people or by the manufacturer? The vaccine delivery, its logistics and cold chain management. What challenges? The technical glitches in COVID platform during January 20 February 20. So there are technical problems were arising. Whether it should be supply driven or demand driven approach. See, because we have to cover up the vaccine to all of the places depending on the availability of the vaccine and the people who are waiting for the vaccination. Ecosystem challenges, we know what could be the ecosystem happening today in one state. There may be rain, other system, there may be heat, or there may be some other problems. The need for the compliance with social distancing, crowd management. See, this was the major hurdle. Need for flexibility in booking, second dose, need for rapid scale.
We are unable to hear you.
Hello, hello, sir. I'm audible. Sir, won't able to hear your voice, sir.
I think something's wrong with your mic. We were able to hear you, and suddenly your voice has been. सेशन लिव्ह करून परत एकदा जॉईन करून बघता का?
As you people are aware, the diversity, the culture, language, weather, population, religion, so all factors. Hello. So we are talking about the culture, language, weather, population, and religion. Next slide.
We are unable to hear you.
Hello.
सर तुमचा लॅपटॉपचा व्हॉल्यूम जो आहे ना तो एकदम लो करून टाका आणि ह्याच्यावरून बोला फक्त तुम्ही.
ओके.
म्हणजे तो म्हणजे तो हे नाही होणार, क्लॅश नाही होणार.
बघ आता येते का आवाज?
हो आता परफेक्ट आहे सर.
हा. सो हे अनम्यूट करू ना ऑडिओ का नको?
सर नको आता काही करू नका, येतोय आवाज तुमचा बरोबर सर.
Okay. So basically, we are talking about the vaccine is nothing but a biologic drug. Now, biologic drugs are the medicinal products made from a variety of natural sources intended to treat disease and medical condition. You can continue so that it will show something more. Hello. Continue with the next slide. Can you? Now, Webmed said biologics are genetically engineered protein derived from human genes. Any pharmaceutical drug product manufactured extracted from a cell is derived from biological source. So basically, idea is the vaccination is the antigen antibody binding to curb the disease. Next slide. So pharmaceutical biologics are the highly effective class of medicines based on natural occurring proteins. And next slide. Now, vaccines are the biologics. Why? Because biological substance that may lose their effectiveness quickly if they become too hot or too cold at any time, especially during transport and storage. So here, please remember, we are dealing with a biological substance called as the vaccines. Their efficacy, effectiveness loses when they're too hot or too high at any time. And this will happen during the transportation and storage. See, the transportation, many times people are using dry ice. For example, when we were transporting our polio vaccine by using dry ice, we know that this will remain for 48 hours. And it has to transfer more than 48 hours, like say 98 hours or even more than that. In that, we need to top up the vaccine dry ice. And this efficacy is depending on the maintaining the cold chain. That is why the cold chain becomes a very, very crucial part. And a prescribed temperature range during distribution from manufacturer to the point of use. Next slide. Okay, now see, there are different types of vaccines. There are inactivated vaccines, live attenuated vaccine, protein subunit vaccine, virus-like particles, virus vectored, mRNA, DNA. So you are using various types of vaccines and its stability depends on their validated storage temperature. And vaccines are different from pharmaceutical drug what we are taking for example, if you are taking crocin, if you are taking antibiotic, They are totally different. Their manufacturing process, storage, everything is different. The biological products of the vaccine management are very different process, very difficult and very product specific process. Now, what are the difference? The biological production, that is the variation in the production methods. Even today, one vaccine manufactures the same vaccine, the methods are different. Again, you have a different equipment for the bulk manufacturing. There are different analytic techniques to test the vaccine for its efficacy, for requirement to check its requirement criteria as well pharmacopoeia requirement, in-house special testing to see that the vaccine maintains and meet the required standards for the release. There are in vivo, in vitro potency testing, like you may be using in the lab, you may have to use some animals, check the potency, and then you can decide whether the required standards have been potency efficacy is there. Heat sensitivity. So during manufacturing also we have to take a lot of care. It is a mixture of components because it is not only a one thing. There are many components which are maybe a vaccine stabilizer are there, buffers are there. So we have to maintain the pH. We have to maintain the its potency. So we say by during freeze drying, we are adding some lyoprotectant like sucrose and something. So this is a mixture of components has been used to make this drug vaccine. It is sensitive to light and freezing also. It has a limited shelf life. So here the cost per dose is very important because the method of manufacturing itself decides the cost, and again the transportation adds the cost. And government takes care and gives us the very free vaccines as on date. And the new biologicals are becoming more and more expensive because the methodology is new. You require a lot of a lot of special equipments. Then administration schedule based on the doctor has given, means we have a particular schedule that has to be maintained. That has to be given during that period only, and the children has to be given that specific interval. So vaccine should be transported in time, it should be manufactured, it should be available, and mostly used as a prophylactic agent, as you know. And there are limited number of products and manufacturers. See, you can see there are hundreds of manufacturers drugs like Crocin, Banare. See, there are plenty of manufacturers. Today, India is having a lot of drugs available, generic drugs, specific drugs by the various manufacturers. But if you look at the vaccine manufacturing, there are hardly 5 to 10 people who are actually in the manufacturing. Next slide. Next slide. So we were talking about the heat sensitivity of the vaccine and what different temperatures they are sensitive or least sensitive. And accordingly, we have to transport the vaccine. For example, if you look, the top is as we talk about the OPV. See, oral polio vaccine, it has to be stored at minus 20 degree. And for that minus 20 degree, and if it is exposed then lesser than that, the efficacy goes. And for that, it has to be properly transported by putting either in a cold box, which can keep the temperature at minus 20. It goes minus 25 is okay, but if it goes minus 19, it is not permissible. So this is how all those things are important. Whereas the least sensitive, the tetanus vaccine, it can be stored at a lesser temperature. It doesn't require the freezing. So if you can look at the top, the freezing is required. And in the below certain vaccine, 2 to 8 degrees is enough. So the damage caused by heat is cumulative and cannot be reversed. Please remember that. See, it is a cumulative effect. It is an add-on effect. As much you expose to the cumulative effect, the vaccine potency will go down. And you cannot reverse. You cannot take it reverse by bringing it back to the same temperature. and restoring under recommended temperatures. Next slide. Next slide, please. So what are the key challenges played a very important role in the vaccine administration involved cold chain management and logistics. See, even today, if I have a cold chain management, I have a good ice box, I have a good temperature boxes, but it doesn't serve the purpose. I need a very, very good logistics. It can be a plane, it can be a carrier, it can be a boat, or it can be even a walking cycle, everything. But this logistics to reach in time is very, very important. And this logistics management plays a crucial role. You can see in January 21, we started the COVID vaccine drive. Many people and experts in India raised the concern about how the government will facilitate the transport and storage of millions of doses of vaccines across different regions in India is the most bigger challenge. What temperature we require? 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. So we need the chillers, packets, the gels which can maintain the boxes 2 to 8 degree. Again, we have to address, immunize the more than 800 to 900 million people spread across the, not only in the suburban areas, it is urban, semi-urban, rural, with 2 doses each in a time in a span of 6 to 12 weeks. Pose a massive challenge. See, this is a big challenge. It's not a job of a company, a small company, or a person who can say, okay, I have a business, I can do. No, this is the really a government initiative. Government means what? We are the government, we the people who are there, who really taking the pains to reach this vaccine to everybody. The transportation for COVID 2 to 8 degrees is important. At the end, these two required 2 to 8 degree as I mentioned. So what are the infrastructure required? How it has been done? See, there are some other vaccines like Russian Sputnik vaccine, which requires a -18 to -22. So these are the two things that are very critical. Now here you can see the vaccination, the challenges are not only that, there are 2 different vaccines at 2 different temperatures. Hello, 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 hello. ऐकू येते का माझं? हॅलो.
सर येतंय सर.
ऐकू येतंय ना का नाही येतंय?
येतंय सर.
अच्छा. So we were talking about the COVID vaccine requiring in 2 different temperatures, -18 or 2 to 8 degrees. So this is another challenge, and even there are the people who are allergic to certain vaccines. The vaccine required is a different type of vaccines. Next slide. So what is cold chain? It looks very simple. See, manufacturer has manufactured. It has taken to 2 degrees to by either air, by refrigerated van. See, again, there are the different steps. See, from one to primary store to secondary store, to the state store, to the insulated van. So there are a lot of handling is going on till it reaches to the vaccine primary healthcare center where the real vaccination program starts. So all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like see, you can see how many steps we are going through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 we are reaching to the child. So this just mentioning the mode of transport, mentioning the temperature doesn't serve the purpose. The purpose is served only when we have a right validated box of vaccine which is being given by the manufacturer, which will come into the next slide. You will understand why it is important. See, the thing is okay that we need this, that, but how I am going to do that? How I am to calibrate? I am going to validate. Next slide. Next slide. So essentials, please go back. So what we required, 4 categories: the building to storage, human resource. See, human you cannot replace, even the AI is there. We need the human. The recording and reporting system, equipment. So first thing, the building to store the vaccine, the human to do the all action and reaction, the container or the freezer which can store the equipment, and the documentation. Because unless until we have a right documentation from the details of the vaccine to whom it has been given, so traceability is becoming the most crucial. Next. Next slide. So here I would like to emphasize the hello, go back. See, here I will say the role and responsibility of vaccine manufacturer is very critical. Why? Because we are not only talking about the cold chain and the giving the vaccine to the user. Here the role of the manufacturer is the formulation. He has to ensure the efficacy, safety, availability of vaccine to the end user. Now all this depends on their master formula, which has been validated, tested, has been. See, today the vaccines are all released by the National Control Laboratory, NCL in Kasoli. So here, whatever the vaccine manufactured by the manufacturer has been not only insured at one end, it is also insured by the government approved laboratories as per the Drug Act and the Pharmacopoeia requirement. So the efficacy, safety, availability of the vaccines to the end user, the starting point is the vaccine manufacturer. If he gives the right vaccine in the right place, in the right packaging, right storage condition, the same has to be forwarded by the government agencies or the person who are responsible, maybe the manufacturer, maybe the agency, or maybe, and this involves the several stages from manufacturing to distribution, and it has its own set of responsibilities like cold chain management, ensuring proper storage conditions, packaging with temperature control, quality assurance, collaboration with logistic providers, temperature monitoring, and ultimate the documentation which speaks about the reality. See, the document speaks. They are the documentary evidence that yes, this has been done. That there is a data logger which tells us yes, my vaccine is been transported at particular temperature, and that has been recorded. Next. Now, cold chain and manufacturer, responsibility for cold chain management ultimately resides with the manufacturer. Manufacturer expected to thoroughly understand the stability profile. See, another important parameter is the stability profile and maintaining necessary control during the distribution process. So, which is the nothing but a cold chain. Next. Next slide. Now, as I have shown you, the different type of vaccines have a different sensitivity of the temperature. So they are being classified by the WHO with the respect to the class A, class B, class C. Now OPV comes under the class A. So here what is the requirement? The vaccine must be packed to ensure that the warmest storage temperature of the vaccine does not rise above +8 in continuous or ambient temperature of +43 for a period of at least 48 hours. So here you can not see, you are not able to see the -20. The idea is that my frozen vaccine at -20 has been exposed to +43, and we are trying to see the rise between the box where the vaccine has been stored. We put the data logger, and we have to ensure that with the background temperature of the stored vaccine in the given validated box, the temperature does not rise above +80. Similarly, all other vaccines which required a temperature of say BCG, DTP, DPT, measles 2 to 8 degree. The warmest temperature of the vaccine does not rise above +30 in continuous outside ambient temperature. Now, see here, the importance is the freeze dried. Here, why 30 degree? Here we can store the lyophilized freeze dried vaccine at the ambient temperature. Whereas the DT, hepatitis B, tetanus, what we take, generally they are stored between 2 to 8 degree, where it should not fall below 2 degree at the extended temperature of -5. Next slide. So when we talk about the last mile distribution, the distribution network design, manufacturer must collaborate with government agency or supply chain partners to design a robust distribution network. So my responsibility as a manufacturer, I have to see that my particular packaging will maintain the temperature inside the box to maintain the vaccine requirement for the potency stability at the end. So I have to see that in the end point, my vaccine, if I test it back, I take it back the vial and test it under the same condition, it meets all the release specifications. Then for that, what we required, the local logistics, the training of distributor, the inventory and demand forecasting. Because see, today all vaccines pattern, the schedule has been decided. And we know the average country population for the requirement vaccination. So inventory demand forecasting has been, government issues the requirement 1 year advance, then there is a bid, there is a requirement accordingly, the who will get there, he has to manufacture accordingly the number of doses. So compliance with the regulation is the most important. Unless until I got the FDA. See, there are two things. My plant, my vaccine has been approved. The plant has been meeting the Drug and Cosmetic Act requirement. I got the license to manufacture. And it's not only the license, the vaccine I'm manufacturing is passing, each batch is passing the release specifications. And it has been released by the National Control Authority. Then unexpected challenges, many times transportation delay, power outages, extreme weather condition. These are the challenges anytime you have to face. So you have to be prepared for that. Maybe I have to repack it. Then a contingency plan. Responsibility in emergency and outbreak. Next. Hello. Okay. So as to repeat again, geographic and challenge of logistic is the diverse geography, access to remote location, diverse climate conditions. Again, the gaps for the cold infrastructure, unreliable power supply, breaks in the cold chain. Logistical coordination is the time delivery, short life, coordination between multiple stakeholders. Demand forecasting and stock management. Inaccurate demand forecasting, rural-urban divide in health infrastructure, lack of awareness and education, public awareness, miscommunication about storage and handling. So these are small things, but they play a crucial role. Next. Continued with the same slide, we have infrastructure challenges, overcrowding, insufficient space, need for cold chain continuity, regulatory hurdles like authorization delay, regulatory compliance, vaccine hesitancy, and public trust. This is another community problem like misinformation, which happened like culture and religious beliefs. It has happened sometime. What the vaccine is made from, what has been used, how it has been used. Now polio vaccine is made from the monkey kidney cells. So there are so many misbeliefs and rumors are there, which are really sometimes creating a nuisance and a problem. Technology, data management challenges, tracking, monitoring, sometimes data inaccuracy, and emergency prepared like natural disasters or emergency situations. Next slide. So solution, how now see we got challenges, but there has to be a solution. There are either solutions are known or the solution at the same time we are to able to find a solution and the emergency. So how it has been addressed? Improved cold chain infrastructure by expanding, upgrading infrastructure in rural areas. An alternative energy source like solar power refrigeration is the another alternative source for the improved technology integration, like strengthening the data management system by tracking apps, GPS-based monitoring, and it is a real-time monitoring of stock levels and temperatures. So we all are nowadays using mobile, so we know a lot of easier way to track the where the things are moving at where and what and how long it takes. Enhanced coordination and partnership, strengthening collaboration between government, private sector, training and awareness campaigns. Continuous training program is the crucial, is very important. Educating public about importance and strengthening this mile delivery by dedicated transport vehicles, ensuring adequate storage. Demand forecast and stock management is equally important. Advanced analytics for demand forecasting, better. Next slide. So we are living in a challenging world. Now see, now we are talking about AI. So how we are going to implement those new technologies, new inventions, or the automation. So warehouse automated manufacturing robotics helps us to handle the vaccines or drugs very efficiently, effectively. Then you can see now the another challenge was taking the vaccine to the remote area. The aerial delivery by robotics is the really a good solution. Then ground delivery robotics, contactless delivery, robot. These are the really challenge. These are the new changing world is helping to curb those problems. Next slide. Next slide. So how new technologies and AI tools integration can improve the cold chain by temperature monitoring, route optimization, real-time tracking, inventory management, reduce the risk of spoilage, streamline process, enhance overall vaccine delivery, efficiency, reduce wastage, then harnessing the power of real-time monitoring, predictive analytics. And important, a country like India where geographic infrastructure challenge can complicate the delivery of the timely vaccines can be worked on. Next slide. So we are taking one example of how this technology, like real temperature, this is an example. Like a real-time temperature monitoring and control, we can use the IoT sensors and data loggers. So IoT sensor in the packaging or cold storage will continuously monitor the temperature during transit and storage and will provide us the real-time data, ensuring that the vaccines are within the required temperature. So what is the AI application? AI algorithm can analyze temperature, temperature relations, and allowing for immediate accuracy. So we can get an immediate solution and immediate indication, and we can take the action. So this will reduce. What is the benefit? It will reduce the risk of vaccine degradation due to the temperature excursions and ensure that. Next. Similarly, here the airport, lot of fuel and we take the Uber and it shows which is the nearest way. Same guy is going to help us. And this will reduces the delivery times, fuel efficiency, fuel delays. So this has a lot of saving on the cost of the government money, our money. Next. So blockchain for secure and transport tracking, it can create a tamper-proof, transparent record every step and integrate blockchain to analyze the data collected. So here it ensures the accountability, transparency in vaccine distribution and proof that vaccine has been stored at the right temperature. Next. Similarly, you can have a and then you can use the drone bigger size to carry the vaccine. So drone can be used for but they can be used. So there is a lot of advantage. So it can AI system can manage the flight of drones and the paths. So drone can reduce delivery time. So a few slides will take time. So we can look at the logistics, transportation, inventory, warehousing, information management, packaging, security. So logistic is nothing but the management of the flow of goods from origin of the manufacturer to the destination to meet product customer requirements. As per Drug and Cosmetic Act, how at the right time, right place, at the minimum cost, with product specification and purchase requirement. Next. So if you go to this, books, very information available that next, just say hello. Next slide. So there are many reference books are available. Also there by the government, the initiatives are there. So I think this is. Any question, please? Any question, please ask. Otherwise, I think.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Disturbance during the problem in the computer, I don't know.
The participants may unmute and ask the questions. We have opened the mute sections. So anyone who want to ask can either put it in the chat box or please ask their question to Suman sir.
Can you repeat?
So you are muted, sir.
now I mind. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Any question or
Participants, do you have any questions or we can proceed ahead?
can it be typed and I can see? I don't know. Is there any provision like that? No questions? मॅडम काही क्वेश्चन आहेत कोणाचे नाही ना?
No questions, sir.
Proceed, sir.
Somebody there one. There no question. Okay, great. So I hope I was audible and they are able to at least see or hear me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The session was really wonderful. There were some glitches, but that's okay. But we could understand the actual process of the vaccine and how it is from the store, from the manufacturing till the end product, it is being used. So thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful session.
Okay, thank you for giving this opportunity to present. I hope you can listen and so I once again thank you who took time to bear with my presentation and some disturbance in between. Okay.
No problem. Absolutely no problem, sir. Thank you very much. We'll proceed ahead. Yeah, we'll proceed ahead.
So we'll close for the day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
ICS is
Sure.
sure, sir. Sure, definitely, sir.
Bye.
ICS is pleased to provide you all its research and development in the books they have published for the Integrated Management System, QMS, CMS, and OSHA's Excellence in Education Management, ISO made easy in Gujarati, Marathi, Telugu, and Hindi. You may contact Mr. Sushma Khindakar on the given details below. Our next one, Sadgun Sam, the 229th virtual webinar shall be conducted by Mr. Anil Johri, who is the former CEO of NABCB, on regulations and voluntary standards towards coexistence. You may register yourself on the given link below or contact Sushma Khindakar for the link. Please register on www.sadgunsam.org and please give your feedback. Thank you for being such a wonderful participants and thank you, sir, for such a wonderful presentation on vaccinations. We officially close the session now.